It's years. I mean, I don't think there's one source that I can go and say this is where all my knowledge may come from. So, I mean, I've taken it from U.S. Kids to Snag to presently doing a lot of work with Discover Golf. So there's so much information out there, and I think you try to take bits and pieces and see what works for your situation. You know, if you've got a lot of young kids or you've got a lot of kids that are pretty good players, so I think you've got to, you know, find resources that can support you and help you. You know, we've got a large program. How do I keep it exciting? How do I keep it moving and come up with new ways to, you know, sort of keep them entertained? You know, because I think we're entertainers, you know, for one thing, and keep them excited about coming to the golf course. The environment has to be healthy, and that's where I've been here for about 5 years, and we took this environment with a lot of kids and created more of a structure, you know, saying, okay, I got a place for these kids to begin. You know, I think a lot of programs around here, we're really healthy on soccer, we're healthy in baseball, a lot of activities for the kids, and we needed a place for these young kids to start. I think that would be one of my recommendations for people, is to say, don't be afraid to start too early. You know, a lot of people will say, hey, you know, we're getting ready to join, I got 3 kids, you know, what kind of golf program you have? And that's where I take the ball and run and help our membership director, help our GM, help our directors, and answer the question, and then they just sort of sit back and listen and learn, and guess what? We've got a brand new member who's happy, their kids are happy, ready to play some golf, and that leads to a great relationship. I think structure, and because parents are used to having structure, whether it's through karate programs, you know, Little League baseball, soccer, they're all structured, you know, and we've got to follow that suit, you know. So I think structure has some of that appeal to the parents, you know, because the parents are looking. The parents want to send their kids to play golf. You know, they know golf is a lifelong sport, you know, whether they play or not. You know, they know that this is a quality atmosphere that they want their kids around, right. You know. So I think having that structure and then learning how to deal with all the types of kids, you know. I mean, these kids are they're into a bunch more than what you and I grew up in. I mean, they have the access to the world, you know, compared to what I did, you know, growing up. Some of these kids tell me at 6 years old, oh, I've been to France, I've been this. So they've been around. So I think trying to really just get to know the kids. One of my pluses here at the club is I make these kids feel welcome. You know, if a kid feels welcome at the club, then that's going to be a plus for the parent. You know, they feel, hey, I'm not wasting my money joining and being a member here at our facility. So when these kids, I see them around, they, you know, I sort of dress funny at times, and they want to come say hey to me, and that makes me feel awesome. You know, I had a kid the other day before camp come in, 3 days before camp, come up and give me a hug, said, I can't wait to come to camp on Monday, and I didn't know her.
That's great.
You know, so it was such a great feeling that she was excited to come to our camp. And the other day, she's like, I'm sorry I missed last camp, but we were on vacation, you know. so those are the things that making these kids feel welcomed here. And I think, you know, I can say growing up, you know, some of the facilities weren't as welcoming. I think we have some of that nowadays.